If there's one player who'll always be remembered for choosing money over loyalty, it has to be Alan Smith. No matter how many excuses he made or how hard he tried to defend himself, fans never bought it. To this day, he's still accused of chasing the paycheck instead of staying true to his club. Alan Smith's move to Manchester United didn't just break hearts, it sparked outrage among Leeds fans. Many saw him as a Judas, believing he had put money over loyalty. It didn't matter to them that Leeds were drowning in financial trouble and had already made it clear they were open to selling him. To them, he had betrayed the club. Smith, of course, tried to defend himself. He insisted that he had no choice and that Leeds' financial struggles forced his hand. He even waived his personal transfer fee to help the club out. Plus, he pointed out that Manchester United were the only team willing to pay the full transfer fee up front. But no matter what he said, many fans refused to forgive him. And that wasn't the only criticism he faced. On the pitch, Smith had a reputation for being fiery, sometimes a little too fiery. His aggressive and often reckless tackles didn't always sit well with referees, earning him plenty of cards and a reputation as a bit of a troublemaker. While some admired his passion and fighting spirit, others saw him as overly aggressive, someone who let his emotions get the best of him. If you're wondering why he didn't hold back when it came to chasing a big move, it's simple. He was a highly valuable player, and his career achievements speak for themselves. Smith's journey in football started at Leeds United, where he made an instant impact. At just 18 years old, he scored on his first team debut against Liverpool, announcing himself as a rising star. He quickly became a key player, helping Leeds compete both in the Premier League and in Europe, with their unforgettable run to the Champions League semi-finals in 2001. Playing alongside Michael Bridges and Mark Viduka, Smith was a crucial part of Leeds' attacking force. His Premier League debut was nothing short of spectacular. Coming on as a substitute against Liverpool at Anfield, he scored with his very first shot just 3 minutes later. That goal launched him into the spotlight, and he soon became a regular starter under manager David O'Leary, forming a dangerous partnership with Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank. Smith's reputation continued to grow as Leeds climbed the football ladder. In 2001, he played a key role in their Champions League campaign, though it ended on a sour note when he was sent off in the semi-final. The following season, O'Leary moved him to right midfield to accommodate new signings, showing just how versatile Smith was. That same year, he earned his first senior England cap after years of excelling in the youth setup. Though he didn't make the final squad for the 2002 World Cup, he continued to shine for the England U21s, even scoring 4 goals in a UEFA Cup match against Hapoel Tel Aviv. A fan favorite at Elland Road, Smith won Leeds' Supporters Player of the Year award 2 years in a row, becoming the first player in club history to do so. His relentless work rate and passion for the club made him a hometown hero, even though his goal tally wasn't the highest. But when Leeds were relegated in 2004, everything changed. After their final game, Smith kissed the Leeds badge and broke down in tears, knowing it was his last match for the club. But his transfer to bitter rivals Manchester United turned him from hero to villain overnight. Fans called him a traitor, despite Leeds publicly admitting they couldn't afford his wages and were actively looking to sell him. Smith's time at Manchester United kicked off with a bang. On August 8, 2004, he made his debut in the Community Shield against Arsenal, scoring a brilliant volley in the 55th minute. Though United lost 3-1, Smith had already made his mark. He followed it up with his first Premier League goal, a stunning volley against Norwich City after assisting David Bellion earlier in the match. His first season showed promise, with 10 goals to his name, but injuries started to get in the way. He missed key matches, including the League Cup semi-final against Chelsea and the FA Cup final against Arsenal, where United lost on penalties. With Wayne Rooney in top form and Ruud van Nistelrooy back from injury, Smith found himself pushed to the bench. Then in 2005, Sir Alex Ferguson saw something different in him. He believed Smith could be the long-term replacement for Roy Keane in midfield, saying that Keane himself saw qualities in Smith that reminded him of his younger self. When Keane got injured early in the 2005-06 season, Smith was given the chance to prove himself in the midfield anchor role. But things didn't go as planned. United suffered a humiliating 4-1 defeat to Middlesbrough, followed by a Champions League loss to Lille. Frustrations boiled over, and Keane's infamous never-aired MUTV interview reportedly included harsh criticism of Smith and other teammates. However, Smith bounced back with a determined performance in a crucial 1-0 win over Chelsea, earning him the man of the match title. Despite his efforts, Smith only managed 1 goal in 33 appearances that season. Then came the moment that changed everything. In an FA Cup match against Liverpool in February 2006, he suffered a horrific injury, breaking his leg and dislocating his ankle while blocking a free kick. Sir Alex Ferguson called it one of the worst injuries I've seen. Reports initially claimed Liverpool fans attacked Smith's ambulance, but he later denied these rumors. His United teammates showed their support by dedicating their League Cup win to him, wearing shirts that read, "For you, Smudge." Determined to return, Smith trained hard. Ferguson planned to restore him as a striker after Van Nistelrooy's departure, and by March 2007, Smith was back. He played a key role in United's stunning 7-1 Champions League win over Roma, even scoring a goal. Though he fell one match short of earning a Premier League winner's medal, the league made an exception and awarded him one. His final appearance for United came in the 2007 FA Cup final against Chelsea at the newly built Wembley Stadium. Smith's journey after leaving Manchester United was anything but smooth. He played in all 4 games of United's 2007 preseason tour, but by August 2nd, Newcastle United had agreed to sign him for around £6 million. The deal was finalized the next day, and Smith was off to St. James's Park on a 5-year contract. He made an immediate impact, scoring the winner on his debut in a friendly against Sampdoria. But once the real season kicked in, he struggled. He didn't manage a single league goal in his first year. Things got worse when he suffered a stress fracture in his ankle during preseason, keeping him out until February 2009. He returned in a match against Everton, but by the end of the season, Newcastle had been relegated. Smith's second relegation in his career. And to make things even tougher, he still hadn't scored a goal. In the summer of 2009, he faced his former club, Leeds United, in a friendly. Leeds fans, still bitter about his move to Manchester United, booed his every touch. Despite the hostility, Smith became Newcastle's vice-captain for the 2009-10 season, and, for most games, wore the armband instead of club captain Nicky Butt. He played in a deeper midfield role, helping Newcastle secure promotion back to the Premier League. Back in the top flight, he started Newcastle's first 4 games, but soon lost his place to Cheick Tiote, who established himself as the team's go-to defensive midfielder. Smith got some playing time in cup games, but was mostly benched. When he did get a chance to start against Sunderland in January 2011, disaster struck. He picked up an ankle injury that ruled him out for the rest of the season. By June, Newcastle made it clear he was no longer needed, and he was free to leave. Leeds United showed interest in bringing him back, but nothing materialized, and Smith officially left Newcastle in June 2012. Before that, in January 2012, he had joined League One side Milton Keynes Dons on loan. He made his debut as a substitute in a 1-1 draw against Sheffield Wednesday and gradually worked his way into the team. On April 21st, he finally broke his 5-year goal drought, scoring in a 1-0 win against Sheffield United. He also netted a diving header in a playoff semifinal against Huddersfield Town. In July 2012, he made the move permanent, signing a 2-year deal. During his time there, he even experimented with playing at center back and took charge of the club's 11 side in the Berks and Bucks Cup alongside coach Ian Wright. However, in May 2014, he was released. Smith's final stop in professional football was at Notts County, where he signed as a player coach in 2014. He renewed his contract in 2015, and in 2017, briefly took charge as caretaker manager. However, after Kevin Nolan was appointed, he returned to his player coach role. After the 2017-18 season, Notts County let him go, marking the end of Smith's long and eventful career. And that's a wrap for today's video. If you had a good time, be sure to like and subscribe so you never miss out. See you in the next one.